I was told this is more like behind the scenes of what is happening with like Assassin's Creed, from the story to more the gameplay. I don't expect much, but they're just gonna say what's what and like how the game is going, I think. So I mean, let's just jump straight into it. So far, this game looks actually quite good. So far. But the problem is it just gonna be like your generic Assassin's Creed, or is this actually gonna have some...
Basim is our main protagonist in Assassin's Creed Mirage. He's a fascinating character, one that fits the mold of classic assassin, deadly and resourceful with a complex personality. For that reason, we felt that Mirage needed to be a strong narrative-driven experience.
Okay.
One that would honor Basim as a character, surprise our players, and take them on a memorable adventure.
Okay, that is very good start.
We first met Basim during the events of AC Valhalla. Having traveled from the Middle East to England, he acted as a mentor figure for Ivor. But Basim had motives of his own, and his past was shrouded in mystery.
We knew early on that we wanted to explore a setting that was reminiscent of the first Assassin's Creed game. So naturally, we made the connection between the Golden Age of Baghdad and Basim. It was a great opportunity to show some of the events that came to define him as a person.
That's actually quite clever.
Mirage is a completely fresh story. You can start the game without having played Valhalla or any of the other titles. But of course, for our most dedicated fan...
Isn't it the same for every Assassin's Creed except like the first 3, like Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and Assassin's Creed 3 all fit in together? I guess you can say Assassin's Creed 4, but because it takes like the DNA of like Desmond Miles, I think. Could be very wrong. Like I've played the stories, those games so long ago, I can't remember everything. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I think, takes the DNA of Desmond Miles, but then someone else is actually playing, actually going through the memories. I think. Can't be 100% sure. Like, again, don't quote me on it. Aside from those, you don't have to play, like you can play, Rogue, Syndicate, Unity, Origins, Valhalla, obviously without having to play the rest of them. Like, it's only about the first 5 Assassin's Creed games that came out that actually follows after one another. The rest of them, you can just play in whatever order you want, can't you?
A lot of secrets, Easter eggs, and connections with past games and the overall lore of the series.
Assassin's Creed Mirage is set in 861 AD, 12 years before the events of Valhalla. We meet Basim in his youth, making a living as a thief on the streets of Anbar, near Baghdad, alongside his best friend and partner in crime, Nehal. As far back as he can remember, Basim has been haunted by visions and nightmares that he's been unable to understand. He's come to question who he is and where he belongs. Much to Nehal's frustration, Basim believes his destiny lies among the hidden ones.
Basim ends up at Alamut, the renowned assassin home base that at that time was still under construction. It's here that he learns the way of the assassins and becomes one of the hidden ones. Soon, he's tasked with tracking down the order in Baghdad.
Work in progress, that's fine.
Creating the character of Basim in Mirage was an interesting challenge. Having met him as an older man in Valhalla, we had to imagine what he would have been like in his younger years. Everybody in the team is a long-time AC fan. That's why it was so important for us to bring back that Levantine assassin look to Basim's costumes.
Crafting new visuals and stories around an existing character poses a unique challenge. It gives us room for nods to other entries in the series, pushes us to respect our legacy, while offering something fresh and exciting for our players. After becoming a hidden one, Basim inherits the apprentice outfit, a white robe with blue shades, and a small beaked hood.
Actually, it looks quite good.
We found opportunities to connect Mirage to the wider franchise, such as the red sash wrapped around Basim's arm in Valhalla. In Mirage, we learned that it was a symbol of the rebellion, an item worn by many of our side characters, and something Basim
keeping
chose
to the lore.
Years later.
There are several levels of conflicts in our story. From the one in the city arising from the Zend rebellion, to Basim's internal conflict as he's torn between his roots and his destiny, between his old friends like Nehal and his new comrades like Roshan and the Brotherhood. As Basim fights to free Baghdad from the Order's oppression, he begins to ask questions about himself, his past, and the meaning of freedom.
Okay, well that's actually quite... The story of seems quite good.
Basim evolution from
but show us the parkour, man, and then it looks bad.
In the game systems. There is no XP-based progression in Mirage, instead progression is linear and story-driven. As you follow the story and complete missions, your rank increases within the Brotherhood, giving you new opportunities for missions, outfits and tools.
We have new tools that can be upgraded and customized for Basim, giving him a deadly and effective assassin's toolset. When fully upgraded, these tools can allow for some interesting and unexpected gameplay strategies. We crafted a range of different outfits for Basim, so you can make the character feel personal to you. We're also bringing back...
I have to say, the one Assassin's Creed game that that had the best customization in my opinion was Unity. In Unity, you could change everything from the hood to the gauntlet to the boots to the pants to the chest completely, and you could color it any color you wanted. In my opinion, that is the best customization to have in any Assassin's Creed game. I hope that they bring that system back, because if they do, then it's gonna be... You don't have to have like the gear with it, like your like damage and stuff being revolved around the gear. But in terms of customization to make your Assassin's Creed look and feel like the way you want, I do hope they bring back that like customization system, because that's just gonna feel and be amazing.
A fan favorite feature, outfit dye, which you can use to change the colors of certain outfits just like you could in AC2 or Brotherhood.
Combat has been revamped as well, with new moves and mechanics built specifically for Basim. Much like Altair, Basim's primary combat tools are his sword and dagger. For the animation team, our goal was to create an agile master assassin who's as elegant as he's deadly.
An assassin focus allows you to slow down
that
time
ability
and
like
perform a
surprised the
deadly
shit
kill
out
streak.
of me. Like this was so
Be careful.
cool the
You
first
want
time I
to
saw
pay
it.
attention to where you will end your last move to avoid unexpected fights.
Basim feels different from Eivor. The focus on one main weapon, his sword, allowed us to put all of our intention into developing an agile character who's intuitive to control. Of course,
But I feel like the combat is gonna get very repetitive. I mean, if you only have the sword and the dagger constantly, and you're not able to like access more combos, like your combos stay the same, it's going to feel very repetitive to some point. And that's my only complaint. I mean, with Hala, Odyssey, Origins, you could always change out. Like, you could have a spear, you could have a greatsword, you could have 2 daggers or 2 axes, you know? A sword and a dagger in some of them. A sword and a shield. A spear. A bow. And so, this, with just the sword and the dagger, I do feel like it's going to feel very repetitive after like 15 hours, 10 hours of playing. If you don't unlock more combos. That is my one of my worries. The other one is that the parkour looks very, very slow and sluggish, and like it doesn't look good. It looks like it's the older parkour from like Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. So do not know how to feel about it.
that also means that the combat would come with bigger challenges, higher stakes, and a greater reliance on tools to escape tricky situations.
From his story to his appearance to character progression, we designed Basim as a fresh twist on the classic assassin archetype.
We hope you are as excited as we are to take the first steps on Basim's journey.
October 12th. Like, don't get me wrong. The game has lots of good stuff going for it, but yeah, no, there's some slight worries, but those worries are fixed or is like actually done well. Then I mean, it's honestly, I think this could be one of the more better Assassin's Creed games that have come out in the last couple of years. Because I mean, Origins was brilliant, Odyssey was and Valhalla was also meh when it first came. Well, in the beginning it was quite good. Towards the end it got kind of boring, and then the DLC came out, and then it like brought back like lots of players. But overall, Valhalla and Odyssey was kind of meh. Origins was brilliant, so hopefully this one is going to bring back the hype for Assassin's Creed. I really hope it does, but that is to be seen. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any worries for the game, if you guys are going to try it out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.